Now let us learn the foundation of R. Basically, we start with some of the basic things, and let us learn the very first thing: how to load a data file in data table. So data table has a function called read, and it takes the file name like this. In the data folder, we have a data folder, and in that there is MPG. Those who are aware of the MPG, you know that this MPG stands for miles per gallon, and it has a few information about few data which we'll just see. So let us go and start. Running one by one. So I'm just from line 16, and in this way we have loaded it. And as soon as it loads, it gives you that what is the data you see right now over here. That 392 observations of 8 columns. And line 17, what it is doing? To upper is a command to convert the string to uppercase, and names is the command to take the column names of the data table, or basically data frame as well. So generally I have seen in the mini-thread the standard naming convention or coding convention is that you keep the column name in uppercase and content in the lowercase. That is what we are trying to do here in the line 17. We are converting to the uppercase. So line 17 we are converting to uppercase. I have just run, and let us see that line 18 whether it has been done. So you see yes, all these are in the uppercase. Now how to see the first view? Let us start getting familiar, and how this getting familiarity is important. See, in case of project, when you work with the data, you may have the data say 100,000, even 1 million, and so on. So in those situations, it may not be possible to see the data in an Excel file or somewhere, and that is why you should be fully accustomed, or even you should be very much familiar that you should see the data in R itself, and that is what we are trying to do it over here. And line number 21, dimensions. Let us run line number 21. We are seeing the dimension. The first one is the number of row, and second is number of columns. 392 observations and 8 columns. That is 8 features. The str is for structure, and structure gives you the various data types and a few other information like here. If you see the structure right now, it has read this MPG, numeric, cylindrical, type integer, and these are the first few variables of that particular column. And origin is the character, that is string, and these are the first few data types from those column. So in the structure, that gives you the very basic information about the structure of the data table. So this is how we look at, and here you have already seen, and summary is a little bit more information. So I'm going to run the line 24. That gives a summary. So here I'm trying to make it big and trying to show you. MPG, it gives the minimum of that first quartile, median, mean, third quartile, maximum. In the basic statistics course, you will learn what is the meaning of quartile, median, mean, and all. So I'm assuming that you are aware of this. And if you see that origin is character, so it is not able to give much information. So we'll see that how to get more information or summary of character column from now on. And if you observe from here, that we are observing that origin is character column, and if you look clearly, that origin is the categorical column. So either you can see it yourself by looking at the data, or the person who has given you the data, that person can tell you, or data dictionary can tell you that what is the class of this one. That is what in line 27 we are keeping a list that the origin is categorical column. And MPG, here MP is the response variable. It is a dependent variable, and that is what we are holding in one of the variables so that we don't have to hard code. And line 27 is just definition of categorical column and response variable at one place so that we can keep on using it. So I'm running line 27. That's all. Now here we had only one categorical column. If there would have been more, we should have added here only. And says how to add it. I'm showing you how to add. So here, say, this is your second categorical column. This is your third categorical. In this way, you should have added, and that can. So all the categorical column will be in one variable. Yes. Yeah. So now we know that list of categorical columns are here. We are going to convert the list of categorical column to the type factor. That is what categorical column in R known as. So here in line 30 we are converting to the factor, and it has a lot of the things. So let me explain you one by one. So if you see that from here to here, it is the column, each of the column, this one. So the command is comma means all rows. These are the list of the column, and here width equal to false is the syntax through which we get the value of each of the column. Each of the columns are passed with temporary or the inline function, and that column is converted as a by function called as factor. And this is being done for each of the columns. So where is that command? This L apply. L is for the list. Apply is that applying this function on each of the list. And it also returns the list. And that we are storing back to the original column. So if you see that this line 30, in one line we are doing few things, and L applies a very strong function in R. So when I run this one, even though you have say 20 categorical column, in line 30 it can be done in one line. So we are running to line 30. So I have just run it, it has done it. Now let us see the structure. We are again here in line 22. So let us see the structure. If you see that now structure has become, origin has become factor. And you can see that there are three levels, American, European and Japanese will be here. And these are the by default things. If you want to see the now summary, I'm clicking the line 24 just to see that how does it gives the summary now. If you see that now summary has changed. So it has got the three levels, and for each of the level it has given the count, because this is what the summary of the factor variable. Okay, and so these are the summary of the numerics and all, but this is the summary of the factor variable. So if you see that when you have a proper data type, most of the R function works as expected properly. That is why when you see the structure, it should have the proper data type for all. So either numeric or factor or date time. These are the things R understand. Besides this, string as a string, it does not understand. If you have a date time as a string, R does not understand. Many algorithm does not understand. That is why try to have either numeric, date time or factor. Most of the algorithm either numeric or factor will understand. There are time-based algorithms which understand date time. So that as we go ahead, you will see that for what kind of algorithm, what the data type you should give on. Okay, so that's all. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching it. See you in the next one.